Hey guys, I wanted to make this intro to let you guys know that the video you're about to watch, the first 10 minutes are going to be blurry, and that's my fault. I'm still new to the YouTube thing. I'm still learning. I had neglected to change the size format. It's just the first 10 minutes or so. Video quality will get better. I apologize. Lesson learned. And that's about it. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be another G.I. Joe Classified Custom. Well, it's sort of like an update actually. So basically this is the radio control Polaris off-road vehicle. So this is an RC vehicle, launch RC, that says Polaris Sportsman ATV. I bought this in Target, and I want to say it was like a year or two ago, and this was actually on clearance for 10 bucks. So I got it for like $9.99, which is awesome. But I don't do RC vehicles, but as you guys can see, there's the remote, and this thing scales perfectly with G.I. Joe Classified figures. Actually, let me show you. There you go, you guys can see he scales really well with that. So I thought this would make a perfect Cobra Ferret. This is the same vehicle. It's already painted. You guys can see I used like a, this is like a metallic red, but it looks like that kind of pinkish red that they used on the original toy. So that's really, really nice. I just did some orange and yellow here. This is how it's displayed on my shelf. So it looks really, really nice. I mean, I like it. This gun, you know, moves. Obviously, it's not a reproduction of the original toy, so I don't have that long missile here. And honestly, that would look kind of silly in real life, so I kind of like this the way it is. The thing about this is that it resembles more or less the mail-away version. If you guys are not familiar with the mail-away version, I'll put up a photo now. But this metallic blue is really, really nice. I didn't go with that dark blue because I was nervous, so I'm gonna paint another one here. I'm gonna paint this guy, and let's see how it comes out compared to this one, which one we like more, and whichever one we don't like. I mean, I don't need to, and I don't have enough room to turn this one into a G.I. Joe one. So I'm going to paint another one, a different blue. Whichever one I like more I'm going to keep. The other one I'm just going to throw up on eBay and just get rid of it. Alright guys, let's get this out of the box and let's start painting it. You guys can see the control. This is how you remove it. Now this guy, you can see he's got pegs on there. He is articulated too, so that's kind of cool. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's supposed to be the brake. It doesn't move, but it's a nice touch. They really went out of their way to make this as realistic as possible for kids. I mean, for the price point, this is good. Alright, so this time we're going to be using Tester's Model Master acrylic paint. This is the blue, dark sea blue, 4686. You don't want to glob it up, so just make sure I mean, if you have to water down the brush, do that. So many people have been commenting on the other video I did, the Cobra Officer, so just wanted to thank you guys. It really means a lot to me. Somebody was asking me about prepping the figures. If I'm not sanding, if I'm not taking the figure apart, then I don't really do too much prep work. And the reason I don't, so typically what I'm talking about is like people will spray their figures with primer or something like that. It helps the paint stick. It also helps you achieve a truer color to the paint you're using. But the reason I don't do it is because I do like my figures to kind of look like statues. I don't know if that makes sense. You do get a different look when you don't prime. So, just a heads up, it comes down to personal preference and what you're doing with your figures. If you're moving them around a lot, if you're, there you go, if you're doing action figure photography, you might want to consider it. All the moving around of the joints you're going to be doing. That's the only thing that sucks. It says Polaris on it. Could probably make a sticker and cover that up. Write Cobra on it. Let's see if I can do that. But yeah, not big on the, I specifically don't like the, I don't want my customs looking like Hasbro made them. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't want them looking heavily manufactured. I want my customs to look like I did them. So, plus that video with the Cobra officer, that's supposed to be a good starter project for people, like people who've never customized before. Can see that and feel confident watching me do it. Like, you don't have to take the figure apart or anything like that, really, at the elbows or the joints. Just gotta heat it up and pull the arms out of the sockets. But to do that custom, all you need is black paint, silver paint, and a blow dryer. You too can be customizing. Painting is really relaxing, I gotta tell you. By the way, in that Cobra officer video, someone left me a comment saying I sounded like Bob Ross because I was whispering. I'm doing that because I don't own, I'm not a professional YouTuber, so I don't own a microphone. Even now I'm a little nervous speaking right over the camera, so I do that so it's not too loud for you guys. You guys can turn it up, and because I actually watch YouTube videos also, and I hate that. I'll be smoking a cigarette by the window or something, and it's like one volume and it's low and it's nice. You can hear it. So you can hear what's going on if it's like a movie review or something, and then all of a sudden there's a sound effect. The person starts screaming and you're like, really, dude? Okay, so I'm leaving this part in the video because I wanted you guys to see things don't always work out as planned. So we started out with that dark blue Testors acrylic. Didn't work. So I took this and put it on top, and you can see I got the blue I wanted, but it's not thick. It's really cheap, and by cheap I mean thin. So when I keep reapplying it, when you get this paint wet, it just spreads out that way. So you can't really layer it. So last shot, I got this. Went to Target, got this. And this looks like the Cobra Ferret blue to me. So I'm going to apply that. Let's move forward. Third time. Wait, third time. Alright, let's go. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's it. Look at that color. That's beautiful. Don't get discouraged, guys. Keep trying. And ultimately, if you're not happy with it, just stop and go find what you need and come back. It's your project. You have to be happy with it. It's going to be sitting on your shelf. So don't settle. But now we're going to apply semi-gloss black. And I'm doing semi-gloss black with a little bit of water. Spread it out. I hope you guys got your pre-orders in for the Super 7 G.I. Joe Ultimates. I know I did. I am all in. Finally, cartoon accurate versions of the characters. It's what I've always wanted. Probably still gonna collect some of the classified figures, but very few. I feel like the classified figures kind of represent the figures, the original 80s figures. They look like the characters, but they're not true cartoon representations. So let's do the seat. This way it looks like it's leather. So I have here one of the most notorious and hated guns in all of G.I. Joe fandom right now. This is from the G.I. Joe Classified Roadblock. And basically everyone hates these prong lasers, as do I. I forget how I got this. I got this in a lot on eBay. I didn't buy the figure, but this came with it. I mean, people are just throwing this thing away because it looks terrible. But it can be saved. Just because Hasbro does something doesn't mean you have to accept it. So I have a straw. So I think we can save this thing and make it look cool. Use your hand. I have here the Ghostbusters Sigourney Weaver Dana Reed figure. But I do have a rubber band. Here's the gun in red now. And already it's looking pretty good, but here's the piece with the rubber band. I think that looks way better now. I took the neck joint, painted it, and I found this pen from Bic, so I took out the ink. I think this is going to work really well. I'm going to stuff this with epoxy sculpt. And the reason we're doing that is because we want to stabilize the neck piece, which is going inside. Because remember, it has a hinge on it, so it's going to move.
So I got this piece out. It was screwed in. We're in the bathroom. But check it out. You guys can see that it's actually hollow.
Alright guys, coming to the end here. I had to take this apart, so I just wanted to show you this. The steering was right there, so I had to unscrew it to get it out. So I just wanted you to see that in case you end up buying this and you need to know what to do. Just take it apart, there's screws under here, and then this will just lift off. It's very cheaply made for an RC, obviously. This was like 20 bucks originally or something like that, maybe $24.99. So not the most well put together, which is a good thing. That's what you want. Okay, so we are about to finish up here. Lastly, I wanted you guys to see this. We are gonna include LEDs. I don't want you guys to freak out and say you can't do LEDs or you're intimidated. I'm gonna show you a quick and easy way to do it. You can see I put the 2 pinholes in there. I cut out the screen here, as well as the 4 little buttons on the side. This actually turned out to be hollow, which is perfect for us. Not only that, but the plastic divides this up, so when I put a light here, it's not going to shine through the back. So if you wanted to put a green LED here, a white one here, it's fine, it would be protected and you wouldn't see anything. I'm going to put a link into the description for where I got these. These are from AliExpress. I got the batteries from Target, but you can get them on AliExpress also. So it's this piece here that comes with this, and the wires go in here, positive, negative. There's, I think you guys can see that, X and Y, and the same thing will go here for the LED. And you just push down and this comes out. So this is like, yeah, there's a piece of metal in there. So that's one piece. That costs like $1.50 or $1.60, something like that. And look at this. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That's an LED. That is like the world's, I mean, that's insane. These wires are so thin. You get 10 of these for, I think it was $1.50. But look at this. So you got, let me, I gotta show you guys this. Look how cool it is. I don't remember. Is red? put red in here for now. Let's see if that works. I mean, look at that. You push down, and that piece of metal, you can just tie this to this, but this fascinated me, so I wanted to pick some up. And the reason it fascinated me was because you can put 10 of these and connect them at the same time through here. So one pack lighting up 10 LEDs. Switch. Alright, yeah. Look at that. Isn't that insane? And you can put 10 in here. So alright guys, this thing is just about done. I'm gonna paint the wiring, but I just wanted you to see how it's wired up. I'm gonna paint this all black. I just want to say a tip for you guys that I did not know. In here is red, green, and blue LEDs and white on the front, because remember this is hollow. Blue happens to take the most energy to power on an LED. So these things can hold like 10 white LEDs, but when I plug in the blue, I could only power with one of these 3 or 4 blue ones, one color. If I used a few blues and one red, it wouldn't work. For this part, we are just using straight up Elmer's glue. Alright, final touch here. This is a popsicle stick. Lastly, I do smoke vapes, so they come in this. I took off the lid, which is like this coin thing. I painted that, and I'll put a link in the description. But on eBay, a long time ago, I got these. Alright everyone, we are done. This is it. This is the final product. You guys can see the Cobra coin right there in the middle. This is not glued. I'm just keeping it there because I haven't made up my mind yet. I can keep it there or there. I do like this, but it looks like a nose. But if I do that, this kind of looks like Hooded Cobra Commander to me now. You know, you got the eyes and the Cobra symbol in the middle, so I kind of like this. But I haven't glued it yet because I'm gonna leave it for a month or so and just think about what I really want before I commit to it. You guys can see I stayed true to it as much as possible. This is the back. 25 cents for those see-through folders, and I just cut them out, measured them in. You can see I blocked out Polaris there. There's a battery pack. Not much going on this side. And I'm hoping you guys haven't picked up on any of the wiring. So if you can't really see any wiring, then I think I did my job. But right there, you see I painted it to blend in. I think I did a good job. There's more wiring under here, so let me show you what this looks like. It's kind of a mess. 1, 2, 3 battery packs, 4 in total. And it looks like a mess of wires, but don't be intimidated. It's all lighting just certain things. So let's talk about the guns for a minute. Now you guys know the original has a gun that goes this way, but lower down here. This still gives me the option to change my mind later. So this is a pen, as you saw. And then we have the rubber band over here, along with Sigourney Weaver's neck from Ghostbusters. And because it's hinged, they can now shoot anti-aircraft, or if someone's driving, I figured they could stand up and shoot this thing. So that looks pretty cool. Oh, and then of course, you know, it goes 360, because it's just a pen, empty pen thing. So you can turn this here. And if I ever change my mind, if you guys want to do the same thing, but you want it looking more classic, you can take this, just chop it off up to here, lower it, and it still goes up and down and everything, but it's going to be lower down here. I didn't think there'd be enough room for the legs to do that here. This piece here is the same thing. So we have a straw which rotates. I didn't use a neck piece. I used a Diamond Select hand from Sigourney Weaver, from Ghostbusters. Dana Reed, right? Yeah, I think her name's Dana Reed. That's just her hand. I just shaved it down and everything, and then I stuck it into a straw. This is a plastic straw. And, but it works fine. It works just... So this is kind of cool. And it mixed it up, because I got to put black rockets in there. Now, if you guys are looking for this piece, I've had this for like 10 years, and honestly, I can't remember where I got it. I want to say it belongs to Backblast from G.I. Joe, from a G.I. Joe 2-pack. Maybe like that came out in 2000 or something like that. But all these rockets are removable, and I just painted them. There you go. So we have LED taillights here. You guys can see that. There's two red and two red. I could probably just zoom in. This is what the driver is looking at, so not really coming up too well. I'm going to turn off the light in a minute and see what it looks like, but basically you have a green radar system in the middle, 3 blue buttons, and a red one. I don't know, I just figure red means that the vehicle's turned on or something. Keys in the ignition. And then in the front, we got 2 LEDs, 2 LEDs, 2 LEDs. Let's turn off the lights. It's a little better. You guys can see that. Let's see what that back looks like. Yeah, you guys can't really see it too much. That works out real nice. Here's the other one. My custom Firefly and Storm Shadow. This video is doing really well right now. So let me do a quick follow-up here. Custom Cobra Officer that I did. And this is the one from that video. You guys remember that silver logo? So I redid another one. Check it out. That's the Molotov chrome on the symbol. So, I mean, that chrome is like stellar. I was gonna originally kind of make a Cobra Viper pilot and use him as the chrome, but I really like that chrome. I highly recommend using the chrome. Everything I used, nobody is sponsoring this video. This is, all the links will be in the description. This is all for you guys. You guys can do it. I know you guys can do this at home. Don't buy this on some of the prices on eBay right now. This brand new is $60. It is not worth $60 unless you really want to, you know, if you have the money, great. But I would just wait. They're always reissuing stuff like this. Just keep your eye out. Christmas is around the corner. They're going to come out with new stuff. Target's about to do their reset. So is Walmart. So just wait. They're going to make another one or something very similar. So don't overspend. Remember, I paid $10 for this. This one, I don't have a need for two. So I'm going to put this guy on eBay. I'll let the free market decide what it's worth. If you guys are watching this, if you're interested in buying this and then buying the supplies that I used here and then customizing this yourself, go for it. Stickers are easily removable. I'll put a link to the auction in the description so you guys can look it up in case you're interested in buying this. I'll call it the mail away version. It's got nice metallic paint, so if you guys want it, it's yours. I'm gonna put it up. I forgot to show you guys this. Inside this screen, I drew that Cobra Commander. So whoever's driving is getting directions from Cobra Commander. So I'm really excited and happy to have this in my collection now. This is gonna look great on the shelf. I'm gonna add some videos and some pictures at the end, so stay tuned for that. I know you guys can do this at home on your own. You don't gotta pay an arm and a leg. This is gonna cost me a couple of bucks in total to make. It just takes patience, and you guys can do it. I know you guys can do it. So leave a comment if you liked anything you saw, if you learned anything, if you found it interesting, if you were entertained. Do the YouTube thing. Push that button over there. I got some pretty sick ideas now coming because of these LEDs, so I already know what my next project is going to be, and it's going to be alien based. So it should be pretty fast, pretty easy project to pull off, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Alright guys, have a good night. Stay creative.